My friends and fellow product junkies, I am here today to tell you it's okay to throw it away. Hey guys, I am sitting here at my desk because we need to have a heart to heart about our makeup collection. Some of us are great about using up our product. We have our favorites, we hit pan, and we throw it in the trash. Others are hoarders of makeup. You got tons and tons and tons of things that you have amassed in a collection, a cherished collection over the years. And guess what? That mess is expired. And I'm not just preaching to you, I'm preaching to me. For instance, the Naked palette from Urban Decay that my husband bought me for our first date in 2017. Or this melt stack that I got umpteen years ago. Or this Butter London Pantone Color of the Year collection. This wasn't the Pantone Color of the Year last year. It wasn't the Pantone Color of the year before. I'm not even sure this was the Pantone Color of the year before that. This NYX No Filter finishing powder that I bought for my 30th while I was on my 30th birthday trip, and I just turned 34. So you get the picture. A lot of us, including myself, we get products, we move on to the next product, and to the next product, and to the next product, and we end up with this collection of junk. But we have to remember that makeup, just like food and many other kinds of products, will expire. Now, most of our makeup products have some sort of preservative in them. Nowadays, as we're moving into more clean ingredients and natural things that don't have parabens and other stuff in it, you don't have as many preservatives. And this stuff does go bad. So today, I want to talk to you about ways that you can find out if your makeup needs to be thrown away, if it's expired, if it's at the end of its life, and what we can do about it, how we can stop this from happening in the future. So let's talk about some of the signs it might be time to let some things go. First thing we can do is trust our senses. So makeup over time will go through some changes. A lot of times it'll start performing badly or not like it used to be. But just like you go in your refrigerator and you look at that jug of milk and the first thing you do is sniff it to see if it's good, or you take a look at it. If it looks bad, smells bad, or feels bad, it's probably bad. Like, for instance, I have this glazing eye gloss from Butter London from that Pantone collection I just showed you, and I am pretty sure it's not supposed to do that. Or this this primer, if hopefully you can see that, but pumped a little bit on the back of my hand, and the texture's just kind of crumbly, nasty, like it's beating up on the back of my hand. And I'm pretty sure this primer did not do that when I bought it, and it's not supposed to be doing that now. Another example, this nail polish I have is completely separated. It was a glitter polish, but now all the glitter is settled at the bottom and the polish is toward the top. So you get the picture. Take a look at it, see what it looks like, what it smells like, how it feels. It's important to pay attention to these things because over time, once we open the packaging and start using it, it leaves the products open to developing bacteria and fungus and all other kinds of nastiness that we don't want near our face. So, again, trust your senses. The second thing you can do is take a look at the packaging and look at the lifespan. So if you look at the back of a package of most any kind of makeup, usually toward the back or the bottom near the distribution information, the company address, so on and so forth, you'll see some symbols. One of those symbols is a jar symbol with a number in it. It'll usually say a number with an M by it. This is the number of months that this product is supposed to last. So 12M would be 12 months, 24M, 24 months, so on and so forth. So that will give you some idea if you kind of remember about when you bought the product and started using it, how long it should last. The third tip, which I think is really neat, is to look up the batch code. There are now websites like the Cosmetic Calculator, Cosmetic Wizard, the Cosmetic Checker app that will allow you to put the batch code of a product in and see what the expiry date is. This is even helpful not just for after you've bought it. If you think you're about to buy a product that is suspect, i.e. black market, or you've gone in a store and you think things look a little bit funky, you can plug the batch code for that product into one of those databases and know whether you're about to be sold some old makeup. Okay, so what you'll want to do is navigate to one of the checker sites. Let's look at checkcosmetic.net. Over here on the left, you see the Cosmetic Calculator where you can select your brand and enter your code. So let's do my Urban Decay Naked palette that I know is ancient. So you'll need your batch code, which is generally going to be found on the back or the bottom of the product. Sometimes you'll find it on the spine of your product if it's a tube. And if you don't see it directly on the packaging, it may be on the original box that it came in. But anyway, I'm going to select from our brands Urban Decay. And I am going to enter my code JTP0W. And I'm going to click calculate. And here it populates the date of manufacture, October 2017. Now, this Urban Decay palette, our little jar symbol says that it's 24 months, the lifespan of this. So clearly, this is more like closer to 48 months that this has been around. It's time for me to let it go. Let's do another one. Let's go to checkfresh.com. Okay. I am going to do my Black Radiance, one of my contour palettes from Black Radiance. I'm going to scroll down to the brand. And then my batch code is going to be 6K01. And it's going to show me the production date. It's even older, October 2016. 4 years, 8 months, and 21 days old for a palette that probably shouldn't be kept longer, It's a cream palette, so it shouldn't have been kept longer than probably a year. Huh. And the codes are repeated every 10 years. So that's how you can use your batch code to get an idea of how long or how fresh or not fresh your cosmetics are. And bonus tip number 4 is discontinuation. Now, if a product is just now being discontinued, you're safe to buy it. Go ahead and buy it and use it for the lifespan. But if you see something in your collection like these old MAC Christmas collection eyeshadow powders from Christmases long ago, it's probably time to let them go. And yes, those are mine. And yes, I still have them. And I'll hang my head in shame. But if you see things in your collection that are long discontinued, like long ago, it's time to let them go, sis. So, with that being said, what are the lifespans of our makeup? Pretty easy rules of thumb. If it's a powder product like eyeshadow or blush, those products tend to have a lifespan of about 24 months. You're also able to spray those palettes and some other pieces of your makeup with 99% alcohol in the meantime to help keep bacteria out of them and from growing. But 24 months is the lifespan. For our liquid products like our foundations, our concealers, our liquid lip glosses, things of that nature, the lifespan is usually about 12 months. Where we have some exceptions are our eye products, specifically our liquid eyeliner and our mascara. You need to be replacing those every 6 months. And I'm talking to myself because I'm bad about it. I don't usually use up a tube of either of those things in 6 months. So I have a hard time parting with them. But think about it. Think about your mascara. You open the tube, you pull it out, you expose that wand to the air, and then you put it in your eye, which is open, or near your eye, which is open. Then you take that same wand and you pump it back into that tube. You're pumping the bacteria from the wand and from the air back down into that tube, right? And you're doing that every single time you're using it. So, needless to say, replace that every 6 months. Your pencil eyeliners can go a little bit longer because you should be sharpening them every time you use them. And your lipsticks, those last about 2 years as well. We just got to remember that makeup, just like a lot of our food products, they have oils and all types of perishable ingredients in them that will go rancid. So, y'all, despite the name of the brand, makeup is not forever. You got to throw it away. So how can we avoid having this back stock of things that we need to throw away? I have been in 2 different phases of my life with makeup. There was the part of my life where I was a true junkie and I bought everything I saw that I thought I wanted to try and that I thought I wanted to have. Then I migrated into the current phase of my life where I like new products, I like new things, but life, the pandemic, etc., I just don't wear makeup as often. So I'm really only wearing it to tape or, when I want to spruce up or for church or whatever the case may be. So it has always taken me forever to get to the end of a product, and there are very few things where I hit the bottom. So the first tip I have to help us avoid that old backstock issue is labeling. So what you're going to do, I have my Makeup Forever reboot. If you missed the review, check it out. That I just bought this month. So turn the bottle around. The lifespan is 12 months, like most of our liquid products. And I took a little bitty label and wrote the expiration date, June of 2022, that I need to be thinking about getting rid of this and replacing it. So that is one tip. Number one, label your makeup so that you know when you bought it and when you should get rid of it. The second tip I have, which takes a little more concerted effort and discipline, is to curate your collection. If you're a person that buys a whole lot of things, impulse buys, or just buys what you like, and you use something different every day, then it's almost impossible to ever use anything all the way through. It's just like those of us who are in the planner world that hoard stickers. If you keep buying all the books, then you will never use any one book up. So I suggest concentrating first, when you are building your collection, on your staples, your foundation, your concealer, your brow products, whatever the case may be, your basics that you know you are going to reach for every single time that you do your makeup. And then build from there, using things and buying things that you think you will reach for often. If you don't just impulse buy things just because they're hot, you won't end up with a whole lot of extra. And if you're a person that doesn't wear it a lot, you won't end up with a whole bunch of random extras. Like, for instance, this entire box. Take it from me. Just curate your collection. Which brings me to the third tip. Don't be afraid to take stuff back. I'm not saying you buy the bottle of foundation, you use half of it, and then tell Ulta, I don't like this, I don't want it anymore. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you buy that foundation and you try it the next day and it makes you look like you are preparing to be buried tomorrow, you take it back. You go and get your money back so that you're not stuck with something you paid money for that you don't like, you're not going to use, and you just end up throwing it away 10 years later when you discover it separating in the bottom of a box somewhere. So yeah, don't be afraid. I think a lot of us are shy about taking back makeup because we know that, you can't like reuse this. Nobody else can use it. It seems like waste, but it's waste if it sits in your collection collecting dust. Take it back and let them handle it. That's what the return policy is for. So you guys talk to me in the comments. Let me know if you are a makeup hoarder or whether you are a boss at throwing stuff away. Do you have a big collection or a small collection, or do you have tips? Do you have any tips for how you manage your inventory? I would love to hear what you have to say. So you guys, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and introduce me to your friends. There's a share button down there. Click it and share me with some people who you think might enjoy this information. And as always, do what you love what you do, and keep at it. I love you all, and I will see you guys later.